there's no one single cause that determines someone's sexual same-sex attraction, and that it's always a combination. What we most likely see in many cases is that there is a lack of bonding and connection emotionally from the same-sex peers and same-sex parent. And then oftentimes we see that there is, for example, a guy doesn't really internalize that masculinity of his peers and his father, and is over-attached to the feminine, in many cases mom or girls growing up. And at the foundation of that, oftentimes, almost always, 99% of my clients is a sensitive temperament. So there is one, in my view, biological component to the development of same-sex attractions in most cases, not in all cases, but in most cases, and it's that sensitive temperament. But there's no such thing as a gay gene or gay hormones or gay brain. Those studies have been debunked. What the sensitive temperament does is it makes the client more vulnerable to experiencing these hurts and this lack of attachment and bonding growing up. And whenever they get to puberty, they start unconsciously sexualizing all of those emotional needs for the same sex. And I also describe this in a biblical way, okay? For Christian clients, and I'm a Christian, I've been a Christian for 25, 26, 27 plus years of my life, I look at it this way, okay? The Bible describes sex in the Bible, the word is yada, or to know, okay? And so when we look at developmental psychology, boys, yada, they know other boys growing up, okay? They don't know other girls. And so the psychological drive to have sex with the opposite sex in normal development for a boy being attracted to a girl is really that biblical word is yada, which means to be acquainted with, to want to know. So if boys do not know other boys growing up, they will not want to yada with girls when it gets to puberty. They will naturally want to know the same sex. And that is the psyche's way of trying to get that attachment and bonding, the homosexual attraction. That's the psyche's way of trying to get the attachment and bonding with the same sex. The problem is that in our culture, people are simply saying, well, if you feel that way, you're gay. But that's not true. It's really the psyche's way of saying, hey, I want to know the same sex, and I want to get to know them, and so therefore I'm sexualizing this emotional need because of the psychological drive. But in actuality, if you look underneath the surface, what you see in these individuals is that they have a desperate and a longing, a desperation to have emotional intimacy with the same sex, and that is why they're sexually attracted. That it's not really attraction, it's really an emotional longing to have that relationship with a man, and that's what's really going on there.